Hey guys, this week's video is coming to you after doing my second trail race for the year, and I've come into the shopping center because I'm heading off, but I just wanted to show you the view. We started off at Repulse Bay Beach. For those of you in Hong Kong, you know it's a stunning beach. And for those of you not in Hong Kong, just wanted to show you that Hong Kong's not all about office buildings and high-rise. And I wanted to talk about perseverance because running a trail race is all about perseverance, and I can tell you, like, throughout the whole thing, my mind was going up and down. I was telling myself, why did I sign up for this? Why did I put myself through this? And wanted to quit many a time. And I think this is relevant for you in your career as well, because when you're in it for the long haul and you're working hard towards a goal of yours, there are times when you're going to question yourself and doubt yourself. Is this the right thing that I'm doing? Should I quit? Should I pivot? And now more than ever, we are looking at creating a career that's very portfolio based as opposed to linear, climbing up the corporate ladder in the same way. So how do you know when you should quit, and how do you know when you should persevere? I believe that the best way to do that is to tune into the voice that's telling you to quit. Are you doing it because it's hard, or are you doing it because it's the right thing to do? And I think you deep down know what the answer is. You know, when you want to quit because it's hard, that's, in my opinion, not necessarily the right thing to do. Maybe you do need to push through and that breakthrough is just on the other side. Maybe you do need to keep on going to learn the lesson that's there. However, on the flip side, if you think that you should quit because the environment is toxic, you're getting ill, you're losing sleep, you're sacrificing too much of yourself in this pursuit that you're pursuing, whether that's in your corporate job or in your business or whatever it might be, then I think it's important for you to step back and say, okay, is this really serving me? Am I really doing this for the right reasons? And this is when the act of discernment comes in, right? You've got to trust your intuition, and you've got to discern what's right for you and what's perhaps not right for you. You know, so many people will give you their advice on what you should do, completely based on their perspective. Actually, I was at drinks yesterday when I went to meet my husband to go back home, and there was a work drinks, and we met at the office, and he's still working at the same company that I first met him at. So there's a lot of familiar faces, and there's a Facebook group here in Hong Kong where people can pose questions, and one of the questions is, I'm moving to Hong Kong, where should I live? And the lady I was speaking to was saying that everyone's like, you should live here, you should live there, without even asking that person, where do you work? Where do you want your kids to go to school? Or have you got them enrolled into school? Do you like the city? Do you like the countryside? None of those were taken into consideration. Everyone gave their own opinions based on what they thought was right, based on what they like. So it's the same thing when you're discerning whether you should persevere and keep going versus quit. Ask yourself, what is important to you? What are the parameters that make this decision right for you? And quite often it's not about the logical, linear, head-based thoughts. It's really about tuning into your heart and what feels right for you. So I would love to hear from you. What challenges do you have when it comes to discerning when to quit or when to persevere? Leave me a comment below, and I'd love to continue the conversation over there. You know, doing the trail race, I persevered. I know it's like a shorter thing, so, you know, it's not like your career, which is years and years and years, but I thought to myself, you know, I'm just going to keep going. It doesn't matter if it takes me a long time, I'm just going to finish it. And, you know, it was hard, it was tough, but, you know, in the process of it, there were many emotional highs and lows, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that I persevered. And I hope that this lesson serves you well, and can inspire you to discern whether you should be persevering in your career or whether you should be looking at whether it's the right time to quit. Wishing you a beautiful week.